CH-47 Chinook. Manufacturer, the Boeing Company. Type, medium transport helicopter. Power plant, 2 Honeywell T-55 L712 turboshafts. Principal armament, 2 7.62mm machine guns. Carrying capacity, 33 to 55 troops, 24 medical litters, or 26,000 pounds cargo. Maximum cruising speed, 165 miles per hour.
The development of the Boeing CH-47 series Chinook began in the 1950s. A twin-engine tandem rotor helicopter designed for transportation of cargo, troops, and weapons, it weighs in at an incredible 33,000 pounds and is 100 feet long when measured from its front to rear rotors.
How does a tandem rotor helicopter the size of a Greyhound bus make this list? If you look at the length of service for this thing, any Chinook pilot will jump in and say there are dozens of reasons that the Chinook deserves to be on this list.
The genius of the Chinook design lies in its 60-foot-long contra-rotating rotors. These eliminate the need for a rear vertical rotor, allowing all power to be used for lift and thrust. But the Chinook isn't just about muscle. This bird is fast and agile, too. First deployed to Vietnam in 1965, the Chinook CH-47A was tested to the max. In just 2 years, it put in 161,000 hours of flying time, carried millions of passengers, and transported more than 1.3 million tons of equipment. In a single flight, it could carry a platoon of soldiers into the heart of battle. And with its dual hooks hanging underneath, it fast became the king of swing. Post-Vietnam, the Chinook's muscle has expanded, with improved engines and avionics giving it a greater mission scope. In peacetime operations, it has been responsible for bringing vital supplies into disaster zones. And in the Middle East, the Chinook has proved itself the #1 helicopter for high-altitude operations.
This is a helicopter that will keep flying for a long time. A lot of countries which previously got rid of their Chinooks as being too heavy, too big, not as sexy as other airframes, are now going back and buying Chinooks.
So despite being one of the longest-serving airframes in service, the Chinook is one old-timer that isn't ready for the retirement home just yet.
It's very humbling to admit that the Chinook will outrun an Apache any day. Invariably, we have to ask them to slow down because we can't keep up with them.
The Chinook scores well for service length, innovation, and versatility, while its dual engines give it greater survivability than most. But with almost no fear factor, this heavyweight tips the scales at #7.